Let's talk about workplace mobbing. And no, I'm not talking about a flash mob where everybody dances in matching shirts. I'm talking about that other kind of mobbing, where a group of grown adults suddenly forget they have job descriptions and decide their real assignment is to isolate, gossip about, intimidate, or freeze out one person. Very productive, very professional, we have mandatory ethics training, but clearly nobody opened the PowerPoint. Workplace mobbing happens when one person becomes a target of group mistreatment. It can look like whisper campaigns, exclusion, silent treatment, public humiliation, sabotage, unfair criticism, or everybody being told, "Don't talk to her." And let's be honest, sometimes the person being isolated did not do anything wrong. Sometimes they told the truth. Sometimes they reported misconduct. Sometimes they refused to play along with something unethical. And suddenly, here comes the workplace choir singing, "She's difficult. She's a problem. Stay away from her." No, baby. Sometimes difficult just means she documented it. I remember being new in a workplace where everyone warned me about a woman we'll call Private Jones. They said, "Stay away from her. Don't talk to her. She's bad news." So naturally, I wondered, goodness, what did this woman do? Steal a government vehicle? Sell the commander's desk on Facebook Marketplace? Nope. She had reported that a man tried to touch her sexually. That was it. Instead of people saying, "Let's make sure she is safe," they treated her like she was the problem. Not the alleged misconduct, not the culture, not the silence. Her. And that is how workplace mobbing works. It flips the story. The person who reports the harm becomes the troublemaker, while the people spreading gossip act like they're just protecting the team. Protecting the team from what? Accountability? Let's be clear. Bullying is not leadership. Gossip is not communication. Isolation is not professionalism. And retaliation is not team culture. It is workplace dysfunction, wearing a badge, and carrying a clipboard. Now, legally speaking, general workplace bullying is not always illegal by itself. Some bosses and coworkers can be rude, petty, childish, and deeply committed to being unpleasant. And the law may not automatically step in just because somebody has the emotional maturity of a broken printer. But when the behavior is connected to protected characteristics such as sex, race, color, religion, national origin, age, disability, genetic information, pregnancy, sexual orientation, or gender identity, that can become unlawful harassment or discrimination or federal EEO laws. The EEOC says harassment is illegal when it is based on protected characteristics or when someone is harassed in retaliation for reporting discrimination or participating in an investigation. And retaliation, that is a serious one. Federal EEO laws prohibit punishing an employee for asserting their rights, reporting discrimination or harassment, participating in an investigation, or opposing practices they reasonably believe are discriminatory. So when someone reports sexual harassment and then gets isolated, smeared, excluded, or treated like a workplace disease outbreak, that may not just be office drama. That may be retaliation. For federal employees, the No Fear Act was designed to make agencies more accountable for discrimination and retaliation, and to reinforce the obligation to provide a workplace free from discrimination and reprisal. And OSHA also recognizes workplace violence broadly to include threats, verbal abuse, harassment, intimidation, and other threatening behavior at work. Employers are expected to maintain a workplace free from known safety and health hazards, and workers have the right to report safety concerns without being punished or treated unfairly. So here is the truth. If your workplace response to someone reporting harm is to isolate them, gossip about them, discredit them, or make everyone afraid to associate with them, you are not protecting the workplace. You are proving the workplace has a problem. And if you are the person watching it happen, you have a choice. You can join the mob, stay silent, or be the person who says, wait a minute, why are we punishing the person who spoke up? Because workplace culture is not what is written on the poster in the break room. Workplace culture is what people are allowed to get away with when nobody wants to be uncomfortable. So let's stop calling mobbing team loyalty. Let's stop calling bullying personality conflict. And let's stop treating people like problems just because they had the courage to report one. Because the truth is simple. A healthy workplace does not need a scapegoat. A professional workplace does not need a whisper campaign. And a lawful workplace does not punish people for speaking up. Now act like you took the training.